Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hello Dave with Down to Earth Astronomy. So there's a few things I want to talk about this week, and first I want to talk about the community goals. We actually have a total of 3 community goals running this week. One for the Imperials, one for the Federation, and one for the Alliance. And based on how you perform on the different community goals, you have an option of actually 3 different rewards. The Imperials are giving out a A-rated Class 3 shield generator with both thermal and kinetic resistance. So once again, we're looking at these double engineered. It's only class 3, meaning it's going to be most useful for smaller ships. But again, I guess this is Frontier testing out before they go and make them like size 5, 6, 7, that kind of range where they begin to be very, potentially could be very overpowered for some of the bigger ships. They're trying to do it for smaller ships, giving those a little hit point boost. For the Federation, you can get again, class 3 A-rated, both overcharged and armored power plant. So this is going to be absolutely massive amount of power you can put out of this power plant. And as always, these modules, of course, I would expect those to be available later on down the road as an unlock for materials, just as we see with some of the other double engineered modules, that first they're going to be available on a community goal. You can get them there, and then most likely down the line, we're going to be able to get them as an unlock. And then we look at the reward from the Alliance, where you get a type 6. That's it, a type 6. A lot of people have made fun of this, saying, why would you, double engineered modules, type 6? It's normal type 6. I think it's because people don't realize that this is not a normal type 6. While yes, all the stats are the same, it has no special engineering, it has no double engineer modules on it, it's just a type 6. But it's a type 6 that you didn't pay money for. And you might say, well, type 6 is not that expensive. No, but remember that stuff like rebuy, stuff like transfer cost, if you're ship transferring it, is based on the price that you paid for the ship. If you buy a ship with a discount, you get a smaller rebuy cost. And if you buy, again, with a discount, you have a lower ship transfer cost. So because you're not actually paying money for this, you're working for it to have it handed to you for free, that means the rebuy cost for this ship, I'm expecting, I don't know it for sure, but I'm expecting this to be next to nothing. At least for some of the modules I tested out when I was in Colonia, some of these special frameshift drives, I could module transfer those from the bubble to Colonia for 100 credits. So it seems there's some kind of lower cap. Where that is for rebuy, where it is for ship transfer, I don't know, but at least for module, it seems to be at 100 credits. So I'm expecting that these type 6s that people can get from this is going to be basically a free rebuy. You can just lose the ship over and over again, it's not going to cost you anything. That's going to be my expectations, but again, I of course don't know for sure, since this is, as far as I know, the first time that we're seeing free ships being handed out like this. So it's going to be interesting to see how the mechanics work around those. And furthermore, I don't think that the Type 6 is going to be available down the line as a module unlock. That means once this community goal is over, you're not going to be able to get your quote-unquote free Type 6. Looking at it from that perspective, the Type 6 might actually be the most interesting reward of the 3, since the other ones you can always get later. Again, I must really stress that I don't know if we can get them later. I just pretty sure we're going to be able to get the modules later. Now, of course, I also have to talk about Odyssey. This is the big thing right now, and in just 1 week, next week, we will have Odyssey. And that also means that next week, the streaming schedule and the video schedule is going to be a little different than what you may be used to. I'm probably going to be live streaming a lot more. I'm going to be live streaming a lot on Monday next week. I'm going to be live streaming, of course, on Tuesday next week as well, probably in the usual time spot, but at least Monday I'm going to have some extra live streams. And because I want to do videos that kind of covers the new stuff in Odyssey, and obviously I can't start recording that before the alpha is actually live. That means that the first videos you'll see will probably be live stream highlights, where I take like some kind of still want to make it informative, like here's some cool information, maybe take a look at the different suits and weapons, to look at their stats, take their clips from the live stream, copy that together. That's kind of my plan. But we'll see what happens, and also how much content I get out. But I'll be sure to, of course, to get as much stuff out on Odyssey as I possibly can when we get our hands on it here next week. But Frontier has released a little bit of additional information about some of the tools we're going to be able to use. We have seen some of them before, but now we get some a little bit extra information about them. First of all, they've shown a number of pictures of them over on their Twitter page. We have the profile analyzer. This is like a scanner, right? You can go, you can scan people, you can see if they're wounded, you can see what faction they belong to, that kind of stuff. But it can also be used to clone security profiles. So if you have the profile analyzer, it seems like you're going to be able to say, oh, there's a guard over there. If I just take my little beep, beep, beep scanner, I'm going to be able to like clone his security profile and then use that profile to gain access to part of the base that you otherwise wouldn't have access to without tripping alarms. So that seems to be a way that that tool can be used. Sounds pretty fun. We already saw in the gameplay video the arc cutter, basically like a plasma torch that you cut off panels and things and cut through things to get access to things. So we have the arc cutter for that, and we also see some pictures of the genetic sampler, which is going to be more of an exploration tool. You use to go and take samples, or at least analyze samples of the new plants we're going to be able to find in Odyssey, and I'm expecting that to be handled in a similar fashion as exploration data does today. That it goes into some data storage somewhere, and then you can take that and you can sell that for some credits, and you can get some credit for that. That's my expectation at least, but we'll have to play around with it when we get our hands on Odyssey to see exactly how the mechanics around that is working. I'm gonna make it brief this week, and I just quickly want to talk about the live stream tomorrow. The last 2 live streams I've been working on the whole subsurface mining, and I promised I would do a ship build, and I really want to get this ship build out before Odyssey. So the live stream tomorrow, we will be building that. We already started on the last live stream. I'm gonna be finishing the build on tomorrow's live stream. Hopefully we have time to do a flight test as well, so we can take you guys out. We can give it a test, because then I should be able to manage to get the video recorded, edited, and out before Odyssey comes out. So I'm kind of fast tracking this project a little bit faster than what I would usually do with these kind of ship builds. So I won't have time for do as much testing, but since it's designed to mine in one specific location, I guess testing is going to be limited anyway. But again, that's going to be tomorrow, and as always, I'm going to live stream both on YouTube and on Twitch, and I'm going to be starting at 8 o'clock in-game time. I hope I will see you for the live stream tomorrow. But that's good for this week. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I would really like if you would consider subscribing or giving the video a like. And until next time, I will see you guys in space.